Alright guys, you guys have no idea how long I have waited for this little box to come in so we can do something extraordinary today. And you guys, I don't know if you guys have been necessarily waiting for it. I definitely have. You guys obviously know the GT bumper that I have sitting up there in my Mazda 3GS with the base model bumper. I'm sick and tired of this, and I've had that GT bumper for a long ass time. Today we are going to finally put that GT bumper on the car just because of this simple box. Here I am going to show you guys what I have. Fog lights, yes. I waited for 1 year to put that bumper on because I did not buy it with fog lights. I, being dumb as I am, waited so long to try and find a set of used fog lights, and I finally cracked and I bought a set of eBay remanufactured or just cheap plastic ass fog light for that bumper so we can finally put the GT bumper on. So with that being said guys, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting the post facelift, which is 07, 08, 09 GT front bumper on my 07 Mazda 3GS, which is a totally different complete bumper. And what I want you guys to know is, if you guys know Samer's car, he's got an 06 which is pre-facelift, and some things change, especially the bumper style, especially with the GT. You can put 07, 08, 09 GT front bumpers, or even base model front bumpers, on your 04, 05, and 06. There might need, like, you might have to remove, there's a little foam guard that sits on the bash bar in the front and I have to remove. It's foam. But today what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna show you guys how to take off your old front bumper and put on the new GT bumper on your Mazda 3s. And with this thing that I'm doing, with this putting on this today, this car will finally be a complete exteriorized GT Mazda 3. Because I already got the side skirts that I've had on it for years. But obviously you guys can see that, well, this just doesn't make sense. This bumper is all round at the bottom, and then the side skirt sits really low, and this just has never made sense. And even with a lip, it kind of looked dumb. So we're gonna be pulling this bitty off, and we're gonna be freshening it up with that boy. So let's go. So here we have the GT front bumper from the post facelift, which is again the 07, 08, 09. We will not be moving that grille onto this because, fun fact, the post facelift GT bumper grills, they're actually part of the bumper and you cannot actually take this out. But these grills do actually look pretty nice, I have to admit. I also wired in the fog lights to be my DRLs. I will be undoing that and putting them back to the fog light switch, just because I'm going to be doing custom headlights with DRL halos anyway, so we're going to be putting those fog lights back to normal. Without further ado, we need to lift the car up so we can get under it, depending on what your ride height is. I obviously can't fit under there because I'm tough. Okay guys, so the first steps we're going to take here, or we're just going to go ahead. There's a bunch of hardware that we're going to have to take off up here. So the first thing that I actually like to do is start at the bottom. Underneath of the car, you can see all the hardware that surrounds is like right on the edge of the bumper is the stuff that has to come off. So there's obviously like, there's a few screws that won't matter, but you basically majority have to take all of the rounding off, and then that will disconnect the bumper from the under tray area. Once we've taken off all the bottom, unfortunately, we're also gonna have to pull a bit of the fender tray off, because there's a bolt approximately right here where the bumper connects. It's a 10 mil that sits just straight up. So we're gonna move the fender liner over. Maybe you can warp it out of the way. I wouldn't suggest take it off. It's super simple. And this is what happens when you can just pop them out like that. So before we actually do that, we need to take the top hardware off. I think this piece has to come out. This has to come out. Same with these two. This is gonna be different hardware. This is just aftermarket stuff. And try and pop this out without damaging anything. Pliers. It's just a ribbed pin, so you just kind of work it out and it just comes out pretty straightforward there. Do it on the other side as well. Personal step, I have to take off my toe hook. Okay, so since that's all off now, everything's practically detached from holding the bumper onto the car. So what you guys want to do is take this side pop it out of the fender, do it with the other side. Lift, bring it forward, lift up, and pull back. Yeah, let's just do that. Just pull it right out. Alright guys, so I just spent a load of time pulling out my DRL fog wiring and a whole other load of time just finding wiring everywhere. So I'm really happy that I'm doing this project right now, because I mean I had to pull the interior apart to get my power wire out from my fog light, and then I found a big mess of soldering grounds of the hell horns. It's so gross. All the wiring's in the garbage right now. So unfortunately, there's a few things. My plug for the driver's side, you guys know it was flashy. I figured out why. It was Jason and I back a few years ago did quick connectors and they just corroded. And then the light was obviously submerged to water. So I have to, unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to do the actual fog light bulbs. We have the lenses, which is the most important part. I believe these are the temperature. One of these has to be temperature reader. We're ready to put this bumper on now, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw the fog lights into their spot. All right guys, we're gonna go ahead and try and throw this bumper on. So if we'll go for a test fit first, and then we'll see if we need to make any adjustments. But if we just kind of make sure it's happy where it's going, I'm gonna try and wrap this around a bit more so that slides on. And that is all. So now that what we're gonna do is go ahead and take this hardware and put this stuff in so that the bumper is totally on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom. Dude, this looks so much better. It's so weird. This is such a different look for this car. Okay, I'm gonna quickly bolt everything up. All right guys, the whole GT bumper is now put onto the car. So we are going to do the lower head. Hood down here. Lines up super nice. Okay, I see you. I see you. Okay. So what's funny now is that with it all being OEM, like an OEM grill and everything, the car looks a bit more stock. Obviously, we're not done with this bumper. We still got, it's actually funny because I have quite a bit of room for now. So now, since I know this bumper's on the car, it's time to order a lip. So when I go home and I get paid in a couple days, I'll be ordering a lip for this, and we're gonna get started with the lip kit. At the end of the day, bada bing, bada boom, right? You know what I'm saying? The hell horns are still visible in there, not as visible, which is actually kind of nice. That badge, I have to obviously make it gloss black to go with the wrap on the bottom insert here. These are still matte black, but they're shiny, which is okay. It looks a bit more stock, but like I said, it looks more complete. So this is good. I think we did a good job today. That is oh, we forgot one piece, and maybe that's why it looks stock. Okay, give me 1 sec. Now it looks a little better. We ain't done. We ain't done. So like I said, I'm really happy we finally managed to get this done. This job has been waiting in my garage forever, and I'm finally happy to get it done. So now we got the GT bumper ready. Next weekend, I gotta rewire the hell horns, repaint them. We're gonna change the color of them. I gotta do I'm gonna order some fog lights, so we're gonna do an LED fog light install. And we're gonna get the front end ready. I also got to paint that front badge black. But we got some good stuff coming up. We're starting to make some movement with this car, which is excellent. And especially with this GT bumper on, now I can kind of do the lip kit and stuff and get that all ready. So yeah, I think this thing deserves a wash. We're gonna clean up that GT front bumper, but that is the install for today, and that's how to install a GT bumper on whatever Mazda 3 you have. As long as it's sedan, it will pair up with sedans. Sedans don't pair up with hatchbacks, vice versa. Hatchbacks don't pair up with sedans. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like on the video, comment down below what you guys think about today's GT bumper swap. Other than that, guys, keep it real. I'll see y'all in the next one.